Hey, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back out to the shop. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and tuning in to today's show. While I'm thinking about it, and hopefully you're thinking about it as well, why don't you take a moment, drop down there, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell and click all, so every time I put out a video, you get notified of the video being put out. Also, at the end of this video, if you like this video, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, share the video with your friends, your family, fishing buddies, whatever, and drop some comments. Let me know what you guys think. Give me some suggestions on videos to do. I just sent my boat off to the shop a few days ago, getting a harness put on to my console graph. That way hopefully it'll come in a lot clearer, and I'm getting a breaker put on. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. I just haven't got to it, and so that way when I charge my batteries, even though I unplug, I take the graphs off of the mounts, but you still have that your power being pulled from your batteries. So I'm having a breaker mounted, so that way I can shut off the power and still be able to charge my batteries. And then when I go fishing, I'm not having second thoughts on whether or not my batteries are fully charged or anything like that. So having that done, and I've ordered some fishing line from Tackle Warehouse. I've got rods here to my right over here that I've already stripped line off of, so I can re-spool, and a lot of these are the rods that I typically grab out of my rod box and fish with, and so I'm going to re-spool those. I'm going to do a video, show you how I re-spool my reels. There's a couple of ways I do it. I will show those in the video. And then I have some of my other rods here to my left that I'm still kind of going back and forth on if I want to re-spool them or not. Some of them I had to re-spool the last time I was out fishing due to backlashes and stuff like that. So I'm still debating on re-spooling rods here on my left. These here on my right, I have to re-spool those. I've already cut the line off, threw it away, so it's going to happen as soon as that stuff comes in from Tackle Warehouse. Also, I have a new device I'm going to be adding to the boat. I will do a video to show you guys the device and me actually installing it, so please be looking out for that. As well as, hopefully here soon in Arkansas, we will get through what I like to call our monsoon season. We're about to hit that tail end of winter, going into spring, and we've already been seeing days of non-stop rain. The gun range that I go to, it is an outdoor gun range, and it does get muddy. So I have not been going out to the range for those reasons. I have done some work to my rifle. So I would like to take you guys out on the range and show you guys some of that, but I'm trying to wait until we have some dry weather. It's not muddy, my equipment's not going to get dirty out there and things like that. So as soon as that happens, I'll get out there on the range and take you guys with me so you guys can see what I'm doing to my rifles. With that being said, it is the month of February. February is almost over with. I've been sitting on this for a while, but here it is, guys. It is February's Platinum Monster Bass. This is the package that it comes in when it's shipped out to you. So as you can see, since it is still in this, here's the seam right here. I haven't opened this yet, so I have no idea what is in here. I haven't done a monster bass like this in many, many years. When I first got on with monster bass, I used to wait until I actually got the box, when they used to send them in these cool boxes. I used to wait until I actually filmed me opening the box. So as I'm looking at the lures for the first time, you guys are looking at them for the first time. Over time, I started going through the boxes and looking at the lures before I actually came out to the shop and did a video. As I said, as soon as this one came in, I brought it out here to the shop, but then I haven't been back out here. So for the first time in a long time, you guys are about to witness me opening my monster bass for February for the first time. So here we go. If you can't tell, I'm cutting in. So okay. As always, the platinum editions, they don't put in the boxes no more. They come in these cool reusable tackle bags. The first edition of bags that they started sending out, I have actually reused those bags. They're in the boat right now. They had a little label spot on there, and I started using them for all of my soft plastic stuff. So you can reuse these bags, and they do come very, very handy. So go ahead and get you one of these. I will leave a link down below for you to sign up with Monsterbass. And if you do the platinum edition, you'll get these bags. They do have other boxes. You don't have to get the platinum edition. They also have boxes for panfish, which should catch you everything from bass, crappie, bluegill, brim, all of that stuff. I believe they have a box set up for the northern guys for ice fishing. I have to get on there and check out and see what all they have, but they do have other box setups. So you guys should go in there and check that out, especially if you like to catch other species outside of bass. So as always, you get your booklet. As you can see, this one says cold water fishing tips, because right now in Arkansas, it's February, it's cold down here. We're starting to warm up a little bit, but Arkansas weather, if you guys know anything about Arkansas weather, it's the weather does its own thing. So we're up and down. So you might get out there and it might be okay weather to say, and then you might get out there and it's cold. So just take it for what it is. Check the weather when you go out and make the best selections that you can for the conditions that you were fishing. Also, Monsterbass now sell their Monsterbass Vaults tackle storage system. Pretty cool system. It's basically, I'm going to say it's basically the same thing as the Plano Edge. It operates the same. And so if you get you one of these, really, really good deal. Keeps your baits dry and moisture free, which is good because no moisture means your hooks don't rust and you're not throwing away a whole tackle box worth of equipment, and now you're running out to Bass Pro or wherever and you're trying to buy more lures to stock up. So really good tackle system to get. Wednesdays on YouTube is when they go live. So check in on YouTube Wednesdays. I believe it's 7 o'clock for the Monsterbass Live. They usually have one of the pro anglers as a guest to talk about certain baits and stuff, and they talk about other things. Oh, excuse me. So the first thing they're talking about here in the book is spinner baits. And one of them that we have here is this Dobbins spinnerbait. This is their shimmer shad color, so shad pattern color, 3/8 ounce, and it looks like you have a willow leaf and a Colorado leaf blade. That's going to be really good for good flash with that willow leaf, but then your Colorado, which is this little blade here, is going to give off a lot of vibration, which is going to help those fish find that bait. With this shad coloring, I would say any kind of shad pattern soft plastic is going to be really, really good paired up with this. I would probably say go slow with this. Don't burn it, go slow. Again, water's cold. The fish aren't as active, so they're looking for that easy meal. You burn this thing past them, and those fish are probably going to look at it and say, I am not chasing that thing. But if you come through there nice and slow, you're probably going to entice them into biting that lure. So really good lure right there. Again, slow retrieve on that one. The next thing they want to talk about with cooking, flat-sided crankbait. So let me see if I have a flat-sided crankbait in here. Okay, and that would be the 13 Fishing Flatty Daddy 65. This is a brown crawl pattern. Let me see if it has an actual name to it. Day old gawk. I don't know what that is really. I guess that's the color. Other than I can tell you, square bill crankbait dives down 3 to 6 feet deep. That's also going to be dependent on your line size. If you guys remember, I did a video and I was talking about this, and this is based off of what I've heard a lot of the professionals talk about on their channels. The smaller your test poundage on your fishing line, the deeper you can get your crankbaits to go. Most of them typically stop at 10-pound test line. That's good to fight those big fish, but then you make sure you have you need to make sure you have a good rod that has a good bend in it to help out with that lighter line. Play the fish very careful. Don't be so quick to try to boat flip them, especially those big ones. You will break that line. But this dives down 3 to 6 feet depending on your line size. But you want to get down there, bounce off of some of that cover down there. That's usually when the bite will happen. I mean, that's actually a really good looking color. I would probably throw this and maybe some clear to stained water because of the darker color, so looks more natural down there on the bottom. With this one, focus on your shallow water, stay in contact with the bottom, cast semi-parallel to the bank, adjust your speed for water temperature, vary your retrieve, use a classic setup. Here we go. A medium to medium heavy rod with a moderate taper is ideal for flat-sided crankbaits. Pair it with a 6.8-to-1 reel for control and use 12 to 14 pound fluorocarbon line. For heavier cover, consider up to 17-pound test for added strength. So there you go, guys. All right. Then we have some curly tail worms. So here we have some, well, not that one. That's not a curly tail. Let me see what else I got. Those are not curly tail worms. So I've got here the missile bait quiver. This is actually a smaller profile of 4.5 inches. This is probably going to be more of a Ned rig setup. The color is watermelon red core. So it's got a watermelon green color, but then if you can see in there, it's got a red core. So I think how they do those is inside of the mold, you would put something in there that would cause, whenever you inject your plastic, to form around that solid object. And then you will be able to punch that out, and then you would inject again with your red to get into that cavity, and that is what will cause that red core. So basically just think of it as you have a red plastic, and then you've encapsulated, or you've covered it with a watermelon watermelon color around that red core. But I'm pretty sure that's what that one is for, because I don't have curly tail worms in here. But that's still good bait. It's cold water, so don't put your what am I trying to say? Your finesse. There we go. Don't start putting your finesse rods away just yet. It's still cold down here in Arkansas. So next, I have some Gary Yamamoto Zaco. These are some shad type baits. I would probably pair this with the Dobbins spinnerbait here. That would probably make a good bait right there. Excuse me. These are 4-inch. The color is called Houdini. You could also take this and fish this independently, maybe with a some kind of a jig head. Would go really good with that. Okay, now I'm pulling out the Big Bite Baits Buzz Toad. So you have a 3/8 ounce chartreuse head, and blade on your buzz bait. But then you have Big Bite Baits Buzz Toad here. Great topwater lure to throw, especially on buzz baits. I have noticed here recently, a lot of people, your traditional spinner baits, buzz baits, even some of your swim jigs, your bladed jigs, stuff like that. A lot of people have started taking those skirts off and just started throwing just the straight plastic on there. And it's almost, I don't want to overuse that term of game changer, but throwing these traditional skirted baits without the skirt and just the plastic, it almost seems like it is a game changer because it's something that the fish have not seen, and it's almost like they just go crazy for it. So good bait there. We have some First Contact tungsten weights, company made in Niagara, looks like Wisconsin. These tungsten weights are 3/16 ounce, and the weight is actually stamped on the weights, so you know what you're picking up whenever you know whatever weight you're going for. It's on there, so there's no mistaking of what you got. So you can't ever go wrong with that. Weights are always good. I was just saying that these Gary Yamamoto's would be really good as a independent bait. Probably put them on a jig head. And then I look in here, and I have a pack of 1/8 ounce Z-Man jig heads. These are their swim bait with the eyes on it, made out of 3/0 hooks and lead. But again, pair that up with those swim baits there from the Gary Yamamoto's, and there you go. You've got a good independent swim bait. And then, of course, some bobber stops. Monsterbass bobber stops. Texas rigs or your flipping rigs. I've even seen where people, rather than using the barrel swivels, they will use multiple bobber stops to make a Carolina rig. So that's always a good thing. You can never have enough bobber stops because those things tend to lose quite easy. And then your Monsterbass stickers. I've got 2 of the same stickers, but pretty cool stickers right there. You guys can see those. So every time you get a Platinum Series Monsterbass, you get your stickers, you get your bag, you get your informational book. They've started putting different recipes for how to cook fish and stuff in here, so that's something cool to check out. And then you get awesome lures. Now, Monsterbass, something that they used to do was comparing their product and why you would want to buy Monsterbass. So this Monsterbass membership here is about 50 bucks. So $50 a month. But when you are, no, I'm sorry. This is about $30 right here, $30 a month. But then if you go on Tackle Warehouse and you look for these items, you're getting about a $50 value in lures, in terminal tackle for about 30 bucks. So roughly 30, 35 bucks a month, and you're getting about $50 to $55 worth of lures every month sent to your door. Also, the cool thing about it is it's based on where you live. So all of these lures in this bag is what is ideal for the southern region, not just here where I live in Arkansas, but the southern region. So you're talking Arkansas, Texas, I want to say Tennessee. No, Tennessee's not going to be on that one. Maybe like Mississippi, Alabama, stuff like that. These lures, I should be able to jump in my truck if I had the time. Jump in my truck, head down to those places, and go fish one of their lakes, and should be able to have really good success in catching fish during this time with these lures. I can't take this and go up north. I probably can't take this and go down to Florida because Florida's weather is not going to be the same as here. Just like Michigan's weather is not going to be the same as here. California's weather is not going to be the same. So these lures, I probably could go throw these lures and maybe catch 1 or 2 fish. But it's not going to be almost an every cast thing, because these lures are almost tailor picked for the southern region and our weather conditions and water conditions and how the fish should be reacting to the environment. So that's the other cool thing about monster bass. You choose the region that you're fishing in, and the guys over at Monster Bass have paired up with several professional anglers to get their advice and insight on what would be the best lures for those particular regions. So, I mean, that's probably the best reason to sign up with Monster Bass. But that's all I got, guys. Thank you for joining me and going through February's Monster Bass Platinum Series. And hopefully you guys will click on the link and sign up for Monster Bass. Check out their Monster Bass trophy room. You go out fishing, you catch a fish, take a picture, submit it to them, and you could be in their booklet here or online in their trophy room. But that's all I got, guys. Again, stay tuned for upcoming videos, respool, working on the boat, stuff like that. I've already got my schedule for my Leo fishing tournament. If you don't know, Leo law enforcement, first tournament is in March. So y'all be looking out for that. Get ready, because I'm hoping to go out here and catch some fish. I've been ready to catch some fish for a while, but mostly I'm ready to go out there and fish with those guys and hopefully win me a tournament. But that's all I got, guys. It's time for me to head down to Mom's, get some Sunday dinner, and chill with Mom for a little bit. So, guys, I appreciate you stopping by, checking out Monster Bass with me. Hopefully, we'll get out there on the water soon. Till the next time, guys, hit that subscribe button, smash the thumbs up button if you like this video, share the video, comment on the video, and see you guys in the great outdoors.